Good afternoon, I'm Zafina, Team President, members of Whampoa Toastmasters, visiting Toastmasters and guests. Happy New Year to all and welcome to Whampoa Toastmasters first chapter meeting of the year. It is also my first time visiting this club and I am very honored to be invited here by Zafin and Zafina. Thank you all for taking the time to attend Whampoa Toastmasters chapter meeting today. And especially a big thank you to all appointment holders from Whampoa Toastmasters and visiting Toastmasters clubs for your efforts in making today's meeting a success. I am Janice, the Vice President of Education of Kendall Toastmasters. And to me, it's always a very enjoyable experience to go club hopping, to experience the cultures of different clubs around. And in Toastmasters, it's never learning and a never-ending learning journey for me, and I'm sure for all of us also, through all the different roles we take on. Now, the theme for today's meeting is Year in Review, reflect and discuss goals. When I think about doing a year in review, I'll be honest, my first reaction is not that deep of a reflection. It's more like, wait, this year is already 2026? It really makes me realize how time flies. And in the blink of an eye, it's already been 2 years since I started my Toastmasters journey, and many, many years since I stepped into the world of adulthood and taking on all the grown-up responsibilities. Looking back at last year, 2025, like many of you, I set goals. Some were ambitious, some were very optimistic, and some, let's be honest, they are more like suggestions to myself. Speak more confidently, volunteer more, take on more roles proactively. The last one, and stop procrastinating. The last one is still a work in progress. Still something that I'm trying to accomplish this year. But here is what surprised me. Because when I really look back, I realized that the year wasn't defined by the goals I completed perfectly. And it was more defined by the moments that I showed up despite not feeling ready. The speech I almost didn't give, the role I hesitated to take, and the evaluation that stung a little but stayed. And even taking on this VP role as well, I hesitated a bit, but I still went for it because I thought that it would be a very good challenge. So in Toastmasters, I think that growth rarely happens in comfort, because if it did, we'd all be world-class speakers right now, right? But growth really happens when we stand up here in front with shaky hands. Like even for me, I haven't been a TMOD in a very, very long time, in many months after being the VP. But I still took on this role and step up here because I feel that it's a very good chance to learn and grow. That's how we grow, by doing something, trembling a bit, making some mistakes here and there, but still recovering awkwardly and quick. That's why reflecting is important, because without reflection, we'll only remember the embarrassment, right? But with reflection, we recognize the courage, and goals will give the courage direction. That's why as we look ahead, I would like all of you to think about one question, not about 10 goals, just one. What is one way that you want to grow this year, even if it scares you a little? Because the voice that you build here, it doesn't just stay in this room. It follows you into meetings, conversations, and in moments where your confidence can change outcomes. So don't just review the year today. Be calm, learn from it, laugh at it a little, and as we move forward, don't wait for permission, perfection, or the perfect moment. Just set a goal that stretches you and take the stage anyway. Let's reflect boldly, set goals bravely, and grow together. With that, let me now briefly introduce today's program. We will first kick things off with the prepared speeches in the first half, as well as the table topic segment. Then we will have a short break before moving on to the second half of the program with the evaluation segment, the R-Counter report, the language evaluator and general evaluator reports, followed by the award presentation ceremony and the closing address. Let me now invite Acting President Zafrina to give the opening address on behalf of the club president Ramesh. Over to you, Zafrina. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Afternoon.
Afternoon.
Welcome to Whampoa Toastmasters. It's our first chapter meeting in 2026. Here we are, starting a brand new year together. Wow, it's already new year. So fast. Time does seem to fly very fast. But I guess it's not about what we do with the time. It's about what we do with the time that makes it worthwhile. And attending Toastmasters is definitely worth our time. For today's theme, it will be year in review. It's new year isn't about starting over. It's about building on the progress you've already made. Today, we will have 4 speakers and also our dedicated and supportive evaluators and a table topic segment to break the ice and help us get on our feet. We would like to thank all visiting Toastmasters for being here and taking up various roles. Let us make this meeting a step forward in our growth and also our confidence and our journey. Back to you, Toastmaster. Thank you. Thank you to Acting President Zafrina for the encouraging and heartfelt opening speech. I'm sure it has motivated us all in the coming year to work hard towards achieving our goals and to achieve more in our personal and professional lives. Now, let us move on to the sharing session on today's theme, Year in Review, reflect and discuss on goals. I have already shared my thoughts on the theme earlier in the opening, and now I would like to invite everyone here to share your thoughts on the theme in a few words. Now, would anyone like to go first to share your thoughts on your goals for the upcoming year? Now, can Zafrina help me to call on someone, please? Because
We can start from Shy Joy, definitely it's not Shy.
I'm a very shy guy, and my name is. I'm a very shy guy. I'm a Joe, so my name is Shy Joe, and a shy Joe who's not very shy. So I really loved what you said. The reflections, confidence can change outcome. Don't wait for permission or perfection, and set goals to grow. I really love that. I have a lot of goals for this year. I'll speak about squash. I played 100 games of squash in 2025. Okay, and I suck at it. So, of the 100 days that I played, I lost most of the games. So, I hope to win a few more this year, and I currently wear size 40 trouser, and when I wear that trouser, I look like a muffin. See this muffin? So I hope to do better and lose some weight. Hopefully, friends like. You're not watching me. Look at my resolution. So I was just saying that we have very friendly bakers here who make the journey difficult. But I hope to do better. So that's the plan for this year, among others. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, I heard from the members' introductions that some of you are great cooks, bakers, but some are sports enthusiasts as well. So yeah, the encouragement for those who love sports, sure you will continue to do great. Thank you. Would anyone else like to go?
Oh, sorry, come on, speaker. Hi everyone, I'm Winnie. I'm the VPN in Whampoa Toastmaster Club. I love year in review. Actually, every year I will do the year-end review at the last day of the year. So in the 31st of December, before countdown, I writing the whole year reflection. So I for myself, I think reflection is not about judging ourselves. It's more like you go and know yourself better. So you will know what you did for this whole year, and are you meeting your goal, and are you become a better version? And then what is the next you are going to do? So this every year I'm doing this. So it's like your progress is getting better and better with a better new version. So I really like these things, especially when this is it's the first month of the year. So it's good for us to set a goal and to plan what are we going to do in the, like what are we going to be in this year. So this year probably I will set more percentage to stay healthy, because usually I focus more on career. So and I don't really focus much on myself. So I think this is very important. So this year not only sitting down, I will also like train to do more healthy change my lifestyle for more healthy version. Yeah. And then at the end of my speech, I'm also a shy girl, but I'm some shy girl.
Hi everyone. My name is Whampoa, known as Shui. The year of the review, I think it is about mindset. Why mindset? Because I have been challenging my parents, and all and achieve a perspective between me and my mentor. And he said that you need to learn how to let go and change your mindset, because mindset, we cannot change people's mindset unless the person itself really be changed. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Toastmaster. My name is Toastmaster, and China. So it's my first time in Toastmaster session, and I chose Whampoa. So very happy to know everyone. So this year I'm thinking that I would like to improve my abilities in presentation skills. That's why I made my first step. So thank you everyone.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sebastian. I'm the boyfriend of Pegna. So she joined me along, and why not if she can get some public speaking knowledge, good confidence, and maybe I can also. Let's see. Thank you, everyone.
More in the.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Ronaldo Wall. I'm the club president of Tampines West Toastmaster. I'm glad that Sabrina invited me here. Now, year in review. Before that, I hope you all like dogs. Anybody like dogs? Anyone don't like dogs? I had a golden retriever 11 years. and 2 years about more passed away. So my wife and I were wondering, is it time to buy another one? So on 17th of December, 4th of December, I collected my new golden retriever. So this is a big achievement for me because it took us so long to think about it. And in the year ahead, this year, my goal is to hopefully train this guy up well enough to do a competition. My first retriever also went for a competition and won the Puppy of the Year. So he's now just made into 4 months old. I've got another 2 months to train him up and enter him to a competition. The other goal is that I hope to complete my PhD by June. The 3 years is up. So actually, I wanted to finish it last year, but the university told me that they cannot grant me a visa short of 3 years, so they asked me to wait. So I'm waiting for the professors to let me know. So hopefully I can graduate by June this year. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm just a member of Whampoa Toastmaster Club. Year-end review will be part of my speech later. One of these is to read 100 books in a year. So I will share later. Thank you.
Wow.
Hi everyone, I'm Alicia Chia. I'm the immediate past president of Whampoa Toastmaster Club. For this year, I can mention the last meeting. I want to revamp myself, to start my life. Probably it's because things move in cycles, right? So now is the right cycle to start again. And so I think the way to do it for me will be very simple. I'll just try to improve myself 1% every day. So if you improve yourself 1%, you need to be like 50%. 1% will do. At the end of the year, 365 days, powered by 365 days, I think you end up with about 34% movement. So I think that's 37 times.
37 times is delicious. Yeah. I'll see you 37 times. We all read the same book.
By 1%, and currently last night I was downloading our Toastmaster videos. I've not been uploading for the last 3 meetings, so I was very diligent last night because I drank coffee, couldn't sleep. I was sitting there doing it. Then the reason why I didn't post the last 3 chapter meetings was the October chapter meeting I got stuck. I didn't know how to edit the video. And so when I was immersed in the video editing software, I finally discovered it's actually not that difficult. You just need to do a simple thing. So that was 1% improvement. So hopefully at the end of the year, my video skills have improved by 37%. Yeah, that's how I'm going to do it. So
good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Jackie. I'm the FA of the Whampoa Toastmaster Club. So people say, you know, Jiao track, master of none. But I say Jiao track, still explore. So, you know, looking back at last year, so I'm proud of myself. Yeah, I actually do many things that maybe once I never want that I thought I would be doing. And maybe people also think that it's impossible for me to do it. So, for example, you know, joining dance competition, partner dance competition. I never thought I would ever do that. Last year I actually did that. You know, joining called Jack and Jill dance competition, doing West Coast Swing, partner dance. I even went to KL to participate, to join my first dance competition, which also I never thought of. So that's something to me that I'm really proud of myself. And after that, I'm also very proud of myself, you know, to be able to join Toastmaster speech contest, numerous speech contests. And I'm glad that I actually got in the first place in the numerous speech contest. And apart from that, I think one more is maybe drumming. I also even tried drumming last year. Also, I had the chance to perform for Singapore birthday. I even went over to Penang to perform among 10,000 drummers. So all these are things that I never once thought of, that I actually did last year. Breaking boundaries. So for this year, I hope to continue to be a better me inside out. Continue to upskill myself and take up more challenges. So I want to see a new me, maybe this year, 2026. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, I'm Cindy. I'm a member of the Whampoa Central Club, and today, this 2025 is a year of slowing down. I've made deliberate choices to slow down, and it has brought me some perspective as well as helped me to notice some important things in my life. For example, I noticed actually my parents are really sweet, even though they speak really loud. And I noticed that my husband is also really sweet. And also he doesn't speak so loud. So that's all. And 2026, I think, as the lunar year of the horse is coming, I can feel things ramping up. My deliberate choices to slow down hasn't seemed to work, and I think I'll be looking forward to a busy year in 2026. Thank you so much.
Definitely Secretary of Whampoa. I mean, I feel like I met a lot of people last year. Me too, I look at all the self-announcements. I was reflecting on why I didn't hit any of them. I realized that a lot of them that we all said, we said it based on things that are outside of pseudo control. For example, if you want to win a contest, it is sort of in your control, but sort of not 100% in control as well. So this year, I want to be more intentional, set goals that are fully within my control, that I can achieve. For example, sleeping 8 hours a day. Which I know may not seem like much, but honestly, it's a lot harder than it sounds. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I am Rafina. I am the VPE of this club. And I think year review in a year a lot of things can happen, like in terms of studies and meeting new people, and also going to new places, going to different countries, earning money, earning more money than you earned last year, and also becoming rich. All these things can happen. All these things can happen in a year. A lot of new things and a lot of different things can happen in a year. And for me personally, I got my diploma this year, and I managed to meet new people at school this year. And for me, I think that is also achievement and different things happen in a year. So 2025 was my diploma, and 2026, hopefully I will be working and earning good income.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Andrew, so I'm a member of Whampoa Toastmasters Club. Regarding my resolution, before just like ringing when she's busy writing her resolution, I was actually just feeding my resolution on the captain because I just want to outsource my mental load to it. So I've asked it to do a reverse arbitrary. Basically, it means that if you are 90 years old, coming close to the end of your life, what you want to achieve by that. And I also asked you to put the 2026 resolution. And a very long list. But what strikes me the most is that actually there are some simple things that we could actually help us achieve towards the goal. For example, like Seth, you mentioned that you go to sleep, so that also appeared in my resolution. So I have to ensure that I don't have a two consecutive nights under 7 hours of sleep. And then I cannot skip my training exercise and cannot spend ruminating about some aspect that gets me off. And I'm doom scrolling for over 30 minutes. So I realized this small action that we should do every week will help us get closer to our goal. You know what big what do you want?
Fix the, yes, yes.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jason. I'm pleased to welcome you to Toastmasters Club. And here with you all on afternoons. So many things. Why am I going to say things? Okay, for my heartfelt things is like for 2025, things have not. It's probably quite normal for me not to hit all my goals. But to always ask myself these questions. How can I inspire everyone or remind everyone that 2026 is probably our year to motivate, nudge each other and say, hey, how's your growth been going? So I just want to spread the spirit of motivating and encouraging everyone. Whatever you have for 2026, start small and have maybe just a friendly nudge. Yeah, maybe how's your growth going like this?
Oh, it's been dragging for 2 years.
So like, you know, going and maybe pay forward because I think for 2025 I wasn't not being a lot was like I didn't want to pick up anything new at work. So you just like say, just you wouldn't force me, you just like, how's things going? Are you still reaching uni any club? I found that very encouraging, very helpful. And I'd like to share this with everyone that if you're doing speaking, baking, or taking a new sport, always smile and ask, sure. How's the squash coming along? Yeah, so I just have that. That's great to share very well. Thanks for having me.
So hi everyone, I think it's interesting because I came from a goal setting meeting just this morning, right before I came here. Long story short, I had a very pure heart, I believe that when we set the foundations right, everything will turn out well. However, the other party reminded me, if let's say, you set the foundations right, everything will turn out well, but even if you hit, let's say 95% of 100, you still don't pass. Oh, what a moment for me. Right? So, here in review, why is it important? Because a club cannot be run based on vision alone. You can't just envision that you have a very cohesive club and have no plan for it. Right? You always have a plan, you always have goals to hit, and that's important to track. Yeah, so that is really the lesson that I learned today morning, right? Okay, we're baking fresh from the oven. Yeah. Here in review, very important. Yeah, to know that you're moving forward. Even if you're not moving forward, know that as an arrow, you have to pull back first before you can slingshot forward. Yeah,
yes. Yeah, that's how you kickstart the goal. Yes. And the ones, hi, can you?
Hi everyone. My name is you can call me Sanjeev, alright? And what my year goal.
What are your goals for this year? Just share with me.
Okay, my goal for this year, actually, I have no specific goal for this year, but I think the goal was concurrent, was going on since how many years back. So I mean, I think I'm sure all of us have been working on, or naturally it has been there for us on this aspect of relationship, health, wealth. I mean, when I say relationship, doesn't mean girlfriend, wife, husband. The relationship means everyone around us, friends, parents, siblings, and stuff. So I'm continuously working on that area, relationship, health, and also spirituality. So I'm working on these areas and trying to make it better than how it was last year or yesterday. That's all. Thank you. A very good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to Whampoa Toastmasters Club. My name is Zafar. I'm one of the founding members of this club and also the advisor for the club. To take note that today is 253rd meeting, which means that we have been having meetings the last 21 years. And it is just amazing when we started this club, how we were. I mean, like one of the members from this area, Lawrence back, and then together we started this club. And 21 years later, there has been so many people, members who have come through Whampoa Toastmasters Club, and they have gained the confidence. It is really heartwarming. And now, like as we start the new year, to have guests from other clubs, to have like new guests joining us, and of course, members from Whampoa Toastmaster Club, it's like really feels good. Review, yes, it's always to look back. For me, on a personal note, last year, I've been a supporter of Liverpool Football Club. Anyone familiar would know. After almost like more than 35 years, close to 40 years, finally I stepped on Anfield. That is a stadium for Liverpool. So that has been like one of the most memorable things for me for 2025 as we keep looking forward to progress and stuff. Right? Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That Whampoa Toastmasters will continue to achieve many, many years of success going forward. Now with that, and thank you everyone for your sharing as well. So I hope that everyone will achieve success in your goals, keep each other accountable, remember what you said today, and at the end of the year, you can look back to see how much you have achieved from your goals this year. Now we will move on to the first segment, better speaking, the prepared speeches segment.
Word of the day.
Oh, sorry. So, what is lost in our convention? Oh, okay, let me first invite our language evaluator of the day, distinguished Toastmaster and Alicia, to share the word of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the
Today's
day.
word of the day is Titanic.
Today's word of the day is Titanic. Titanic.
Titanic
Okay,
means
very good,
very great in size.
Titanic means
Force
very
of
great
power.
in size.
So I look forward to
Force
everybody
of power.
trying to
So I
use
look
this
forward
word
to everybody
Titanic in your
trying to use this word Titanic in your speeches.
Whatever you can translate. Thank
Or
you.
whenever you translate. Thank you.
That's a very challenging one of the day. Titanic is a panic. Right, so everyone please bear in mind this one and try your best to use it in your speeches as fun, as challenging as it is. So for our next section, we have a total of 4 speakers today. And the timing for each speech will be 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, the camera judges will show the green light or the green paper there. Then at 6 minutes, the yellow light, the yellow paper will show. And then at 7 minutes, the red paper will show. And at 7 minutes, 30 seconds, there a bell. Yeah, the bell will ring. So please conclude your speech immediately when you hear the bell in order to qualify to be voted as the best speaker. Our first speaker will be presenting a speech from the Innovative Planning Pathway Level 1, writing a speech paper first. The evaluator for the first speaker will be Felice. May I please invite you to read out the project objectives?
The project of this project is to learn to review basic methods for writing a speech with a divide purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic.
Sure, thank you, Felice. The speech title is Reading as Reading. Our first speaker is a member of the joint Whampoa Toastmasters, currently working in finance and HR in a non-profit organization. Please give a warm round of applause to Jessie.
When was the last time you read a book? This month. I believe that everybody heard the word reading theory. Have you heard of reading therapy?
Reading therapy?
Yes. You've heard that. Yeah. The reading therapy officially developed in 1920s during and after the World War I. And this really through reading a book, curing a lot of people through the depression. That's why during the time we developed reading therapy. Just now sharing during the 2025, the New Year resolution. One of my New Year resolution is to read 100 books in 2025. But at the end of the year, I failed to complete, not even to 93%, just to 83 books. Most of the books are listened to audio books.
Right. Okay.
During the first 7 months, I was on my fifth book. And after that, I attended a workshop. There is a book sharing in Chinese characters. They say, "Mama, means that you can slow down at your pace." And I was inspired from there, so I started to try for the last 5 months during 2025. I finished another book. I'm still ongoing to my 100 books. So during my experience of this is first, reading creates a sacred space for mental quarantine. Take example, my son now is secondary 1. Normally he will, after he's eating, he will just put the plate over on the paper, and one day he start to wash his plate. And another few days later, he start to wash not only his plate, but the pot and other things. When I was home, he cleared up the kitchen. I was quite surprised. I thought today he is happy day. And another day, he was doing the same thing. I was curious and go and ask, why did you do that? He said, because I recommend him to read this book, few pages a day. He said that Dale Carnegie told him that in order to receive, you have to give out. It means that in order you want the family to be more happier, he needs to contribute his own effort. I was really touched. I didn't know that this book has so powerful, and that is very touched me. That is in that way encouraged me to continue for reading. And besides, I recommend him to read an English book. I recommend him to read a Chinese book as well. Means that also few pages a day, and I wanted him to grow. I grow with him while we are doing the reading together. The second is reading provide perspective. Like what I say, we share with him through the reading in Chinese classic book. So from there is a specific writing for the youth to read. So slowly, at first, he was very easy to get frustrated. Whenever I say, "Hey, Minter, no." When I was trying to approach to him, he said, No. I was curious, do you know what I'm going to tell you? He said, no, I'm not interested.
Normal, it's normal.
I want to offend you. I want to upset you. So I say, will you allow me to slowly tell you what is going on? And this happens while he reading the review. Sometimes he very calm and tell me when I was talking. One day when I was frustrated, so Mom, why you become so irritated recently? It didn't happen to you. So, what's happening inside him? I went and checked because he has a reading and delivered a few sentences. I feel that reading really happens. Reading as healing. It happens to him, obvious, and then come to me. What reading happens to me? That is the most powerful because the reading is active therapy. Because we always seem to see sawdust. Dale Carnegie tell us not to see past, not to see future, but live the present. What am I going to do? I set a New Year resolution for 100 books, but on the 7th month, I still just finished for 5 books. How am I going to finish 100 books? I'm going to be very upset. And at the end of the year, just finished 83 books. And
you can see, and this is my third English book. So most of books are Chinese book. That's right. For year of 2026, I'm going to read for English book and come to improve my English speaking. So at the end of my speech, I want to share with you just to pick up a book, open it and read it. Not only reading, but you read it. Back to you, Toastmaster or Bacon.
Thank you very much to Jasmine for your very interesting and thought-provoking story on reading as healing and learning about your son's journey in reading as well. Yeah, I'm sure books are a very great way to expand our knowledge, and I hope that you can achieve your goals of reading more what you read here. Next, our second speaker will be presenting his speech from the Presentation Mastery Pathway Level 1, Evaluation and Feedback. The evaluator for this speech is Vinny. Can you read out the project objectives, please?
So the purpose of this project is to practice applying feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during the talk meeting. The purpose of this speech is for the member to demonstrate their ability to deliver an effective, respectful speech evaluation speech. The speech is 5 to 7 minutes.
Yes, thank you, Winnie. The speech title is Playing Squash. Our second speaker joined Chua Chu Kang Toastmasters this year, and this is the second time he is speaking at Whampoa. He is very impressed by the Toastmasters community, and this inspired him to further develop his public speaking skills. Please give a warm round of applause to Shaijo George.
I joined last year, so this year has become last year.
Oh.
It's a squash ball. And if you notice, there is a single dot and a double dot. I'm going to drop it down onto the ground, and you have to tell me which one bounces more. Anyone? Yes. This double dot is the one that bounces less. And it is also the slowest ball to play squash. This is what is used by the experts, and I did not know this when I played squash for the first time 12 years ago. I put in a lot of effort, and the ball barely moved. It did not cross the half center line and get into the second half. I tried for 45 minutes. Very exhausted, came out of the court. And there were two tiny girls. Given my size, I can call anyone tiny. But they were really tiny. They touched the ball. And the result was Titanic. I and my friend looked at those girls and we wanted to drown ourselves in embarrassment. We were like, oh my God. And that's when I decided to get hold of a coach. And I go to the coach, and the first thing he does is to make me serve a ball. As soon as I do that, he pointed out 10 mistakes that I did. This is not right. This is not right. And the list went on. And then each time I tried to hit, he would do the same thing all over again. After a month, I got so exhausted that I actually, during the session, said, stop, back off. Let me do it myself and let's figure out what needs to be done. That was amazing because after hitting the ball many times, one went off just the way it was supposed to go. It sounded right, and all of a sudden, all the things my coach was trying to tell me, it registered. So what happens is, the guy who could hardly move the racket, things happen. So what happened was, I was playing squash like tennis. So what happened? I put in a lot of effort, which did not make the ball move. So my coach told me that you need to hold the squash racket like this, move it, raise it as much as possible, and then when you bring it close to the ball, move your elbows, okay? And that's when the impact happens. So look at this. Okay. This is not powerful. I'm a little afraid. But the result is close to Titanic. And then I played a lot. And this is my third racket. If you look, both of them are the same Decathlon brand. This one is a lot white because the aluminum has chipped off because the amount of time I played and hit the many, that's why I was very afraid. So what happened then is one day my coach was not, he had a personal emergency and had to cancel the session. And I convinced a friend at work to join me. He had no experience of playing squash. He did not even have the shoe. He did not have the clothes to play the game. So I took a taxi and drove him to a Decathlon, got him all the things, gave a $20 tip to the taxi driver, and then reached the court 27 minutes late. But we played for the next 33 minutes, and his average heart rate was 184. Wow. Now, I beat him very easily, but when somebody plays with a heart rate of 184, it makes you feel alive. That's what happened. I played a lot and became very good. Now, I played a lot and we reached a bit of stagnation because what happens is you reach a bit of glass ceiling. When you play with the same person, your skills stagnate. And then to figure out ways to challenge yourself and get to the next level, that becomes challenging. Now, I see that I'm running out of time, so I'm going to just speed up. I have found a very amazing uncle. He is 67, almost 21 years older than me. His body fat percentage is 9%. And he makes us run around. Today morning, we played for 1.5 hours. Two young men like me, we took turns to play with him. And he's really pushed our game like nothing else. And I want to conclude my speech by saying that squash is an amazing game, an all-weather sport, very suitable for Singapore. But there are many lessons that I learned. The lesson is that to gain something new is tough. It takes a lot of effort to build the skills. And when you do grow, you eventually reach a plateau. And then to avoid stagnation, you have to reinvent yourself, which can be very challenging. But when done well, it can be a very rewarding experience that makes you feel better. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful one.
Wow, thank you very much to Shaito for your witty, humorous, yet motivational speech. I'm sure it has had a titanic impact on all of us, pushing us to push ourselves, not to sports, in our professional life, to break that glass ceiling and to really attain the goals that we had in the back of our head all along. Next, we will be moving on to our third speaker, presenting his speech from the Presentation Mastery Pathway Level 3 Project 3, Connects with Storytelling. The third evaluator is Joseph. Can you read out the project objectives, please?
Absolutely. The purpose of this project is for the audience to practice using a story within a speech or giving a speech that is a story. All the best, Vincent.
Thank you, Joseph. The speech title is Fly the Coop. Our third speaker is a past president from Tampines Changkat English Toastmasters and is looking to inspire and learn. Let us now invite Vincent Chen to give his speech.
Beep beep. That was the soundtrack of my child. You see, when everyone had protective parents, I had a policeman tracking my every move. Club president, fellow club president, fellow Toastmasters and friends. Play badminton, beep physical risk detected, avoid. Eat at Burger King, processed food alert, beep abort. Negative on the Whampoa. Find a girlfriend. Beep. Operation Romance approved. When do I meet her? But Dad, why do you ban all this but dating gets police clearance? You see, my dad had what I call chicken mentality. He often tell me this: don't ruffle feathers. Keep your feet on the ground. Stay safe. Don't take risks. That was his mantra for me. But my mom, she had an eager mentality. At 51, she will often tell me, son, just try. Just do what you want to do. Try new things. And she inspired me because at 51, she went to take on her diploma while my dad was running background checks on her college classmates. My mom had what I call an eagle spirit that she was trying to inspire me. But as I was choosing between safe and trying new things, she sadly passed on while I was still living by that safety method. You see, for 30 over years, I was just simply like a grown man, living like a chicken in a maximum security coop. Safe, comfortable, but living an empty life. For 30 years, I was doing that until at my next safe job, I met Sarah. She was pretty, confident, but completely unimpressed by my living safe lifestyle. She would often walk up to me and ask, Vincent, do you want to go eat spicy food? Beep. Spicy food, stomach injury probability high. Vincent, do you want to go ice skating? Beep. Injury probability very high. Avoid. No. She turned at me and looked at me and gave me this look. Vincent, are you too chicken to try anything? When I looked at Sarah, I thought that she was sent by my mom to challenge find my eagle spirit within me. So I said yes. I just switched on what Dad was trying to tell me. And I went with her. I skated for the very first time. When I was at the ice skating rink, I fell, not head over heels with her. I fell hard. And Sarah came up to me and said, are you hurt? Do you need help? Of course I did not. Great. Now you realize that you won't die from falling on the ice. Do you want to try again? I looked at her and said yes, although my bottom said no. Bruise by bruise, 4 by 4, I realized what Mom was trying to teach me all. Safe isn't living. It sounds easy to say safe isn't living, but when you are kept in the coop for 30 over years, that simple but uncomfortable truth changes everything. Now, When Sarah asked me to try spicy mouth-watering food, I said yes. When she said go ice skating again or hiking on the mountains, I said yes. But then that day came, a town hall presentation, 400 people. The noise was simply like Titanic, deafening. Beep, beep, abort, abort. Son, don't try. Why would you want to try? You will fail. Yes, I wanted to run. But then I remembered the image at 51 of mom receiving the diploma. And Sarah also coming to ask me, hi chicken, are you still going to do that town hall presentation? My hands were shaking. My heart was pounding. I took that step forward and began to share with the audience of 400 people, young people, of their career aspirations, that how chicken I was that morning. And there was a Titanic silence. But slowly that eagle breakthrough came. People started nodding their heads and giving me acknowledgement. And that was where I realized that that was a small eagle breakthrough. From beep beep to breakthrough. I now say yes to more hiking trips, to even more presentations for my company. And that was me. My dad now saw me and something beautiful happened. From a man who keep on telling me, beep beep. Now he says, why not? I do this, I try this. Now he goes to a karaoke trips overseas, abandons me at a shopping center, and now it's my turn to say, beep beep, Dad, where are you? Can you tell me where you are? My friends, 30 years of stay gave me no stories, no bruises, nothing worth telling. But at 51, my mom reminds me, Sarah keeps reminding me, the cook is never locked, it's always open. What voice are you listening to? Are you listening to beep beep, do not try? Or do you listen to the eagles in your life that says, try? Safe isn't living. Join me everyone, because we're not going to escape from the cook, we're going to fly together and we're going to move away from beep beep to our breakthrough. Let's all rise and say, let's go fly the cook together with me. Let's go fly the cook. Back with the person.
Thank you very much, Vincent, for your very thought-provoking and motivational speech. And congratulations to you and your dad for finally flying the cook. It really reminds us that when we step out of our comfort zone, break free from our safe, uninteresting lives, the impact can really be titanic when we realize our potential we had all along. Next, our fourth and last speaker for today will be presenting a speech from the Presentation Mastery Pathway Level 1, Writing a Speech with Purpose. The evaluator for the speech is Xiu Yin. Can you please read out the project objectives?
The purpose of this project is for the member to understand the types of persuasive speeches and deliver a persuasive speech at a crowd meeting. All the best.
Thank you, Xiu Yin. The speech title is Direction, then Service. Our fourth speaker has been in Toastmasters for over 5 years, and he's just joined Whampoa Toastmasters Club. As we step into 2026 and New Year's resolutions are on everyone's mind, his own New Year's resolutions has been very specific. To deadlift 200 kilograms. He's been chasing the number with discipline and consistency. But a real life moment outside the gym gave him a plot twist and a new definition of what success actually means. I'm sure our next speaker is very, very physically fit. Let's give that's soon to be very fit, right? Let's a warm round of applause to Henrian's Patrick.
A woman collapsed on MRT. Evening rush hour. Packed carriage. A tiny wave of shock. People were
wondering, looking at her, and you were looking at that moment and looking for a signal. At that moment, people were looking for direction, and they needed someone to give the signal. I stepped forward. Emergency button, please. Someone presses it, and staff came over. And a few ladies were attending to her. Not panic, just uncertainty. People needed direction. People need someone calm to take the lead. I kept my head in there, and I gave simple instruction. So I came close to her. I put my arms under her, and with steady, calm, with confidence, I lift her up and carried her out of the carriage and put her safely on the bench. With the staff beside me, we went through several steps. She awake, her safe and calm. We give her sugar water, so if she can drink. Call next of kin, hand over clearly, then exit. Now rewind. Direction, then service. Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests. Now let me ask a quick question. Do any of you have set your 2026 resolution? Hands up. Does any of your resolution have numbers attached to it? Raise your hand. Losing 5 kilos like me? More. Okay, more. Save $10,000. So numbers keep us safe. Numbers give us illusion in control. But one quick question. Yes or no? Do life stick to your plans? No. Last month, when that MRT incident happened, I learned a better metric to New Year's resolution. It wasn't a number. Last month, I received a Christmas card from my strength coach. He said it was a gentle reminder saying that I did not hit my goal. That was my deadlift for 200 kilograms. I have chased that goal for over 2 years. Training through travels, training through sickness, and training through scheduling conflicts. When I saw the message, I felt to stop. Not because I stopped training, but because my ego wanted that number. It was titanic. But now, then later on, the MRT incident happened. A lady collapsed, the carriage freezes, the air turns thin. Now, I'm not telling you this story to tell you that I'm a hero, but it's a story to tell you that this helped me upgrade my metric for success, or that my definition of success. Now, let me ask you, when you set your resolution, when you set your resolution, you set your numbers with it, but does it come with service? Now, my persuasion is to add service into this. My persuasion for a 2026 resolution is to ask you to add a line of service to resolution. So let's say if your goal is to, let's say, be fit, ask, does this strength serve someone when someone's in need? If your goal is to save money, ask, who does this protect when someone needs stability? When someone needs, when your goal is to get better, ask, could I be the calm signal when the room turns tense? So back to the MRT, back to that lady, back to that moment. What I learned in that moment is my 200 kilogram deadlift didn't matter. It was when the life asked me to perform that mattered the most. It was the service to help someone need. Now, it wasn't a Titanic event, but I lifted something that mattered. So as you move into 2026, set your goal, keep your goal, but add one line of service. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Yes, thank you very much to Henry for the very motivational and thought-provoking speech as well. Yes, I'm sure it makes all of us rethink our goals and what it actually means to be successful. With that, we have now come to the end of the prepared speeches segment, and all speakers gave very different speeches, each very beautiful in its own way, with very deep messages, and I'm sure it has given us a lot of food for thought. Now, before inviting our timer to give the timer's report, let me first give a brief introduction of our timer, Jackie. He is a dynamic individual with a unique blend of creativity, resilience, and community spirit. He wears many hats. He is a retail perfumer, a caring commuter champion, an inclusive workshop creator, a docent and enabling village, and even a one-handed magician who uses his performance to inspire and empower. With a strong passion for accessibility, inclusion, and lifelong learning, Jackie brings a wealth of experience and heart to everything that he does. Now, Jackie, can you please give us the timer's report?
Thank you for the introduction. I'm Franklin.
Sure.
Yeah, so, you need it right now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Jeff Lee. 626.
The second?
George.
I know, right?
Yes. 651.
Okay. The third speaker?
Vincent. 715.
Okay. And the last speaker?
Andrew. 539.
Okay, sure.
All 45.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for that. I must say, I'm even more impressed by your resume. Your mix of qualification. So how do we proceed with the voting? Do you all use many? Yeah. We have a special green box. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. So we have 4 speakers. All you need to do is pick a palette and put number 1, 2, 3, 4 of your choice. Oh, yes, wow, very interesting. First time I've seen this. Oh, okay. So that is not bad.
Yeah, one person has one vote.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Right, so while everyone is voting, and this is a very interesting way which I can definitely pick up, steal this idea from my club as well. Yes, we will now move on to the next segment for today, which is the exciting and very interesting table topic session. The session which trains all of us to think on our feet and to hone our critical thinking skills. I'm sure there will be a great variety of interesting, thought-provoking questions for us all to gain good practice in impromptu speaking. So this segment is open to all members, visiting Toastmasters, and guests as well. So I hope everyone will take part in it proactively. All right? Okay? Yes. Right, I'm sure all of you are excited, so am I. Our table topics master is a hardworking student of life who is always seeking to grow himself and those around him to their fullest potential. I will now invite him to host this segment. Please give a warm round of applause to Zephon.
Welcome everyone to the New Year table topics. For those of you who are not aware, table topics is where we get a chance to speak off the cuffs and say whatever is on your mind or whatever you want to say about a question or a topic that I will give. For this team, I have two different types of topics. The first one is based on the past year's reflection. The second one is on your New Year's resolution. So no matter which team you pick, I promise you'll have a good time. With that, the timing sequence is for 1 to 2.5 minutes. At the 1 minute mark, the green part will show. 1:30, the yellow part will show. 2 minutes, the red part will show. And 2:30, the yellow. With that, anyone want to take up the first opportunity to speak at the table topic?
Before you start going to repeat the instruction that mistakes of it.
Which part?
To choose something.
Oh, so you get to choose reflection or resolution. Yeah. So which one do you want?
Resolution.
Resolution. Okay. If this year ended perfectly for you, what is the one change in your life that would make you say that was a great year? If this year ended perfectly for you, what is the one change in your life that make you say that is a great year?
Good afternoon. Toastmaster Day, acting president. Hello, everyone. Perfect. What is the meaning of perfect? Can we achieve it? I think a diamond is perfect because a diamond is expensive. A diamond is expensive, and a diamond should be.
Titanic.
So I think and I hope that my year will end like a diamond with multifaceted. What card should it be? I think the sapphire card looks really pretty. And I hope it will end with someone giving me a big diamond for free. But I'm already married, so there is no more excuse to get this diamond on engagement. What excuses can I get? Well, let's not rely on others. Perhaps I should rely on myself to achieve a multifaceted goals in my life. I hope that in terms of family, I will feel more love, more joy, and more moments at work. I hope to achieve my career goals. And in shopping, I hope to get a few more luxury bags. So that is my year and how I think a perfect year would look like. Back to you.
Hope we all get very Titanic diamonds this year. Anyone want to go next? Either reflection or resolution.
Unaffected by action.
You have to describe last year in one word, what will it be? You have described last year in one word, what will it
It was it? You see, guys, my last year was Titanic. So since it was Titanic, it is almost Titanic. Every whole year, one word. But I will still try because I have the spirit of not giving up. And that was taught to me by Whampoa Toastmaster. Hey, so, in one word, if I would like to describe my 2025, I will say lesson. Lesson. It was filled with lessons. There was ups, there was down. And there was time where I wondered, why am I still in this world? Very deep thinking, right? So, but the thing is, it actually shaped me to the person who I am and who I am going to be for 2026. I'm sure all of us are also learning and growing. I think that's the best way you can go about life. And so how 2025 was, 2024 was, 2023 was, it doesn't matter. Just learn the lessons from the failures, if you have went through failures, and modify, tweak it, and see how you can do it better in 2026. All right? Okay, let's together onward and have a Titanic 2026.
Thank you for your learnings and sharings. Anyone else want to share their Titanic? What is one habit you want to build this year? And how do you hope it will transform you by the end of the year?
Thank you. Look at my size. I'm a big, fat man of 110 kilos. When I get into a trouser of size 40, I look like a muffin. Budging out. But this is not being for the lack of. For the last 9 years, my average daily step count has exceeded 10,000 steps. Last year, I played 99 games of squash and I ran 141 times. This year, the one change that I will do is balance. Not just cardio, not just food, not just sleep, balance. Balance of everything is when I will achieve the results that I want. That is to get into a size, a trouser less than size 1. And that is Titanic in terms of what it requires, and hopefully what will happen will be less than Titanic. Thank you very much.
Before your transformation next year. Anyone want to try? You want question or what?
Yeah, persevere.
If you could guarantee success in just one goal this year, what would you choose?
5 kilos.
If you could guarantee success in one goal this year, what would you choose?
Guarantee.
100%.
Oh.
not so easy. 100% guarantee. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. If have a goal, I need to guarantee 100% to be achieved. I will. I still want money. Yeah. Even I think 5 kg is also a goal I want to achieve. Yeah. I would say because in the beginning I sharing like this year, maybe I will add healthy is become my goal. I think I'm a career woman. So every time I focus 100% of my time to my career building. So this year, yeah, if you give me this choice, I will still choose it. So actually I starting my own business in trading for the construction material. Just started this year, and I just gathered 3 new clients in 1 month. So I believe if this is my goal to set for 2026, I will set a physical a specific number, maybe smaller, maybe 68,000 profit this year. Yeah, I believe I will make it 100%. So whenever you set a goal, it's not just sharing a number. It's about the I would say is action to do list, and what are you going to do to achieve your goal. Is maybe you are going to do it in a smaller step and action, and also doing some reflection whenever you deliver something and action. So this is what I always do for my daily life. So I believe if this is the goal I'm going to achieve in 2026, I think in the first month I already achieved 10%. So we still have a 9% in 11 months. I believe I will achieve it. So thank you for the chance for sharing. I hope that's
For your have any goal sharing this year? Okay. Hello. What is the single moment from last year that you want to relive and what made it so meaningful to you?
Good morning. Good
afternoon.
Sorry. Good afternoon, everyone. So this is how my public speaking journey started more than 30 years ago. I was here in the sense from a Titanic moment. I was a total failure. For me to be thinking that I'll be standing here and speaking, not even remote. And for me to think that today I'm a corporate trainer standing in front of people and presenting, and more, to train others how to be confident up here, it is just unbelievable. If miracles were made of that, I don't think it's so much about miracles. It is a progressive journey. Right? So that's what I have experienced over the years, and it was true for 2025. There were challenges, just like everyone else, yes, for me too. There were moments that I doubted myself, but this is where I told myself, looking back, me, a public speaker, me, a corporate trainer, no way, that's not going to happen. But it has. And I have been a corporate trainer for the last 20 years. How did that happen? So if I'm reflecting back, this is something that I have realized, I have learned. And of course, Toastmasters is a platform that has given me the confidence. And the best part about the Toastmasters is, this is what I share with everyone else. This is a perfect place for you to make mistakes, and for you to learn from the mistakes. And that's how my journey started. I was here, a nervous wreck, Titanic of sorts, couldn't even see the morning to the afternoons and the evenings. But I'm a lot more control right now. So reflecting back, I'm sure all of us have ups and downs. Some of us may have more downs, but don't give up.
It's going to be a beautiful day.
Thank you.
I think your Titanic transformation will inspire us.
All right. This time he's not following the girlfriend.
Yeah. Vision or action.
Resolution.
What is one thing you want to say no to more often? What is one thing you want to say no to more often?
What is one thing I
One thing you want to say no, like don't want to do this thing.
Well, I don't want to.
One thing you want to say no, yes.
Yeah, so like yes, you want to stop. If someone says do this and we've been saying yes, and what is it? Let's say no, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, that one there. Okay, good. Thank you.
Okay.
First of all, thank you very much for your speech just now. I mean, I know I'm confident, but I'm like, okay, let's try. So what is one thing I will definitely say no now is for this year will be the alcohol. With the friends, so do you want to go out and drinks? No, I know it's correct, right? It's,
You spend one more time first.
No, but it's something that it's very simple to say yes to go out and drink with friends, but actually it's killing other of my goals. So which is linked to the goals. So that's why I know my goal is to be healthier. I mean, have a certain percentage of body fat and a certain weight, and I keep having this goal for 10 years. And I'm balancing it out, so it never happened. So that I will say no for the rest of the year. So the alcohol, I will say no. This year, at least.
That's yes. What will you say yes?
Sports.
I can see you do. There was a very good.
That's very.
That's not.
Yeah, okay, we have time for one more. Any other? Maybe like yes.
Okay, now. Let's try it. Husband has no, this time the girlfriend can follow. The friend can follow. Yeah. But not to force you. You feel comfortable, you can just come.
I mean,
Whatever the title like technically resolution or fly out.
You're
No, yeah, okay.
What's the proudest achievement that you've last year?
Others.
Proudest.
Proudest.
Yeah, achievement.
Oh. That's
What are they coming? Yeah, what are you proud? What are you proud of?
Your personal life,
Yeah.
professional life.
okay.
Yeah. Maybe proud that you made the decision to come to Toastmasters or whatever.
Okay, so last year I made the trip to Shanghai. And I visited all my counterpart coaching center. Basically we work for a marketing company in China, right? So I represented myself on behalf of my whole department and my manager, and I took my courage to step on the stage to give a very short speech in front of over 200 people. Although I was really shaky, but the audience told me that they didn't miss it. So, I think that's
was my really first time. And I was like, okay, I did this, although I can do better next time. So, but I do feel it's achievement because I feel the public, I feel the space, and really love it. So I think that's the one of the artists.
Was it a Titanic trouble for you?
Oh, it's different. Yeah, I stand on the stage and thank you.
Thank you for all the speakers. Let's give them a round of applause. You know, for your pathetic sharings on your reflections and your resolutions this year. And with that, back to you. Those supplementary.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Our wonderful Toastmaster who gave us so many interesting questions and got us all thinking about reflections and resolutions. And to everyone for participating and for leaving such a titanic impact with your answers. With that, can I invite Jackie to give the timers report?
Everyone qualified. So, okay. Julia, 135.
135.
Sanjeev, 144.
144.
Okay, Josh, 121. Winnie, 149. Rafa, 215. Sebastian, 119. Hengna, 119.
Wow.
Well, that's okay, with that, we'll do the go green voting again, and yeah, I'll pass this around to everyone.
Okay, there's 7 speakers. I mean, like, of course, you can vote for yourself, not necessarily must vote for someone else. Voting is secret, but voting is also compulsory.
Yeah. In Singapore, no. Yes, it can. Oh. Everyone, we will now gather at the over here at the side to take a photo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, sorry. I will take a photo, then proceed for the minutes.
Can we all gather here? So this is something that we want to share with, also capture.
How people
You'll come a little closer.
how people behind.
So along with the video editing skills, we have a Google Doc.
Yeah.
So before we click on the shutter to take a photo, today is also a very special day and like nice for Sanjeev to be among us today because it's his birthday. Yeah. Later we will meet Sanjeev. He will also might be taking leave after this. So it's nice. I mean, like on his birthday, it just happens that we are having our Whampoa Toastmasters meeting on his birthday.
You said that. You think I can go this side? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Serious one first. On video.
Oh.
Yeah.
Also, no star. No hand space.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Small. Okay, now it's
I think right. No, serious one, so serious. Yeah.
Here's all.
Well, one thing that. Now, yeah. You make a first I think that's like thumbs up, one.
Okay. 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Okay, you can raise Sanjeev birthday. He wants to give a very special Italian chocolate. Wait, we're to see your answer session. We're going to sing birthday song first, right? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Let's sing birthday song for Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Sanjeev. Happy birthday to you. So for the New Year and for the day today, we will have one each. If there's extra, I will give another one. Anyway, thank you very much, and I wish that all of us, all definitely prosper and achieve our own version of super.
That's not your same, it's not right?
But if you were not there, I would have done it. Yours was a little bit tough.
Welcome back, everyone. So the second half of today's session, everyone have a good break, enjoy all the amazing pictures, refreshments.
Yes.
Yes, and thank you so much to all our bakers, to Andrea and to Alicia, to your dad for contributing the delicious cakes. Thank you so much, everyone, for the refreshments.
Oh, you seem to be very happy.
Because everyone with your bellies filled, happy tummies.
Give the recipe to you, make her happy. I don't know.
Yes. Anyway, hope everyone is well charged for the next half of the sessions. And we'll now kickstart it with the better listening segment, the evaluations for the prepared speeches. After listening to the speaker speeches earlier on, the evaluators will now give their constructive feedback to each speaker to allow them to better understand what they did well, what they could have done better, as well as how to push their speech to the next level. Our first evaluator, evaluating Jaspreet's speech. Leading as Healing is a role model, a mentor in self-study, success before 30. She is an EXCO member at Chong Kang. She is goals-oriented and has strong family values. Despite that, she had been trained and worked with a career counseling trainer, market leader, food blogger, and as a founder before. She has a Bachelor of Arts in English Literature from undergrad university, Faculty of Law, Social and Political Sciences, combined with child psychology based on fundamental knowledge and skills. Her mission is to be an inspirational woman and to create a global movement to improve the future for disability. Passionate about kids and empowering women worldwide, she always stands up for inclusion, diversity, gender balance, and supporting the next generation. Let's give a warm round of applause to our first evaluator, Felice Reed.
Good afternoon, everyone. Congratulations to JC for your speech. Your speech was a huge, a titanic, universal. How many of you agree? Yes, right. Reading as healing. What I knew it was speaking as healing. However, this speech title was a reading as healing. It's a huge universal that everyone could learn from JC. Your speech, it was very empowering, encouraging, and it was very motivating to all of us. It made us to take a step forward, encourage us to read. As we knew that reading, it was very important to all of us. However, we all always forgot about it. JC, I love the way how you speech, express your body gesture and your language, the way how you communicate to everyone. It's just that one feedback, you may need to move from this place, maybe here. Oh, hi everyone's reading as a healing. How many of you here have been reading? Yeah, so on the speech that Jessie had shared, it was very universal. I love the way how she represents herself. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you to Felice Reed for the uplifting and the encouraging evaluation for Jessie's speech. Next, we will have our second evaluator evaluating Shaijo's speech, playing squash. Our second evaluator is the Vice President of Sales at a global payments company. She describes her life as a journey of constant growth, always eager to learn new things and continuously improve herself. Let's give a warm round of applause to Winnie Fang.
Thank you so much for Toastmaster of the Day introduction. And firstly, thank you so much, TJ Josh, for your Titanic style presentation. I believe everyone is still that being affected by his Titanic speech style, because when he come to the stage, he bring along the racket and also the ball. Firstly, he used two balls to capture our attention, to ask us to notice have a two different one ball have one dot, another have two dots. So at this moment, we already capture the eyes on the two balls he bringing, and then he asked us to observe which one go higher. So full attention even for this first 10 seconds, and then after that he demonstrates how difficult and how's the way the ball actually is like working for different type of I mean the sport. So I think I'm not so familiar with sport. So I play badminton, tennis. So this is the new game for me to know about it when you deliver this speech. So it's very good that he bring along all these tools to let the audience, whoever is not familiar with the game, the this action. Yeah. So then we have the feeling of feel more engaging when we feeling his speech deliver. So I think the one part I really like is when you're talking about the Titanic girl, because today this is the word of the day. You only know this word before at this meeting. So you are very smart at using this way and using a very humor way to make it like smoothly into your speech. So this is the very good way and suddenly capture everyone's attention and everyone is laugh during this moment. So you make the whole deliver of the speech is like going to make people very engaging and very happy for the things. And I really like the way you deliver your speech. You have a very humor way to doing a storytelling. If you are using very good verbal variety, you speak very slow and you highlight whenever you want us to pay attention to the number and the way you do it, especially when you do a demonstration, how you play the racket very slowly. And you're showing us how you make use of the muscle when you're doing the racket. So I'm sitting here, and our table and Toastmaster of the day is here. We're very nervous that if when you move the racket, we hear the sound of the racket is showing this like effect when doing this as an audience. So it's wonderful for your speech deliver. Have one suggestion, I will say that I think it's very good that when you open your speech, when probably you can share with us what's the benefit and the challenge. Why you take this game as a things that you're going to share with us today, and what makes you different after you play this game. I think that will be great and will make us more engaging for the audience to when we hear your speech. Okay. I think all the best for your next speech. Today you're doing a very good job. Thank you so much for your speech. Thank you.
You're gonna hold back
Thank you so much to me for your very encouraging evaluation towards Shiloh, and yes, your squash action really caught us all off guard. It was very impressive too.
I was responding to Alice's feedback.
Next, our third evaluator will be evaluating Vincent's speech, Flying Hope. An encourager at heart, he is always with his friends to hear them out when they are feeling down. Learning life lessons is his passion, and he believes in living life openly and authentically. Let us welcome Josephine to give this evaluation.
Fantastic afternoon. Do too many evaluation in the evening already. And of course to my brother, Vincent. Now it's always a privilege to evaluate your brother's speech. It's horrifying at the same time. I realized my task went from Titanic to Herculean when I found I needed to evaluate a contestant. But I'll do my best. Now, for your speech, I evaluated it based on 3 criteria. The first is congruency. Second, impact. Third, opportunities. Now, for the first criteria, congruency, something Vincent did very well is that he chose a sound, beep beep, rather than a catchphrase. You see, as the audience, it's easier to remember a sound than a word, much less a catchphrase. Right? It helps the audience to follow the speech. So that is one of the strategies used in congruency. Second, he's very smart. He chose 4 characters only. When you only have 4 characters and not 6 or even 8, it is very easy to keep track of all the characters. It's easy to keep track of the story that he's trying to bring across. So all in all, what he has given is very congruent speech. Well done to you, Vincent. Second, impact. Now, his title is Flying the Coop. When you choose a title like this, right, it sets the theme for his speech and it's very easy to follow because Flying the Coop is about chicken leaving his safety, leaving his prison, right? And getting the audience to conclude the speech together with you using the catchphrase, Flying the Coop is a great way to bring the message across.
Now, in any contest, we don't want to be a Titanic, right? We want to be a Titan. And in all contests, it takes more than a personal story to impress. The ones that usually win are those who make the audience laugh the most. So 2 suggestions to consider. The first, in using engaging humor during a speech, right? We use contrast. So some examples I use, spicy but beep beep, hot but beep beep. But is a very good contrast word. It is also a negation word. One suggestion. I was dressed. I was ready. I was beep beep. See? It's a more impactful contrast. In fact, don't stop at beep beep. Beep beep beep. You go from policeman to road rage driver. One way. Second, instead of using past tense, try using present tense for the conversation. My hand was shaking. My heart was pounding. Go with my hand shaking, my heart pounding. See, people can feel, right? So all in all, it really is a great speech. And I know who my vote will go to in the contest. Hopefully, my suggestions will help you not just to fly the coop, but to soar above the coop. Toastmaster.
Thank you to Joseph for giving such detailed and constructive feedback and for delivering your message across in such an easy to understand way. I'm sure Vincent and the rest of us have benefited greatly from the sharing and how to do our speeches better next time. Now, our fourth and final evaluator for today will be evaluating Henriette's speech, direction, and service. She is the secretary at Toa Central Club. She loves Singaporean food and likes her coffee without sugar and kaya toast without butter. She is for sure a very health conscious person, smart with the HP standards. Let us give a warm round of applause to Xiu Li Go.
Good afternoon, Toastmaster of the day, acting president, and most importantly, Henriette. The best way to boost yourself, to find yourself, to lose yourself, is service to others. This is not said by me, but said by Muhammad. In today's speech, Henriette shared with us the importance of service, and let me evaluate the speech using an acronym WISE. WISE. Let's go with W. W. Way with words. Henriette, I love your way with words. In particular, I love how you phrase your sentences. Instead of just saying, I did not hit my goal, in a plain sentence like that, you put in impactful pauses such as, I did not hit my goal. And in this way, it captures the audience's attention and helps us digest what happens. Number 2, I. I stands for intention and purpose. What was the intention and purpose of the speech? The intention and purpose of this speech is to invite all of us to think about how we can put service to our goals, helping us to find ourselves even more deeply. S. Structure. What was the structure of your speech? Structure of the speech is like a pendulum structure. You swing from first the story, and then the message, and then back to your story, and then finally rounding up and reminding us what's the call to action. Last of all, E. E is the engagement with the audience. I learned your deep, calm, and loud comments. It was clear and I could understand all that you had to say. You asked questions to the audience to invite our engagement and participation, and you drew us into the story. You used gestures as you showed us how you lived the lady in the MRT. So what are some suggestions I have for you today? I have 2 suggestions for you. Number 1, perhaps when you are using the pendulum structure, you can show us using the stage more effectively. when we're telling the story, perhaps you can stand at one side of the stage, tell the story. And then later, when you're trying to give us the message, you can stand at the other side of the street. So that will help the audience be clear that you are using this particular structure. Secondly, I would like to know what pulled on your heartstrings, what made you feel like service is indeed the most important thing, even as we are drawing up our goals for the year. Is it the reaction from the person? Was it the reaction from the person that we helped? Or was it the satisfaction you felt that was it? So all in all, it was a really great speech, and I have 2 suggestions for your consideration. Thank you.
What a sincere and heartfelt evaluation still need you. Thank you so much for your sharing, and I'm sure that all of us have benefited greatly from it. With that, thank you once again to all evaluators for sharing such detailed and constructive feedback, and this marks the end of the evaluation segment. And our timer, Jackie, please share the timer's report.
Yes. Phoebe, 142. Winnie, 324. Joseph, 324. Phoebe, 303. Everyone qualified except
So how the Sabrina was our part of next week, we allowed
It's 2, not 150.
for contest 130 you qualify. 130 and above you are qualified.
Qualified. Everyone qualified.
Okay, yeah, everyone is qualified to be voted as the best evaluator. While everyone is voting for the best evaluator, I will now proceed to introduce the next segment, and that will be the art counter report. When speaking, we might inevitably use some filler words like so, okay, as well as the safe words. So these words do not add value to our speeches and might in turn also lower the credibility of our words. To give all speakers a better awareness and understanding of the pause fillers used today, let us hear from our art counter. She is a member of Whampoa Toastmasters for 3 years plus now, and she is interested in traveling, arts, piano, and baking brownies. Personally, she loves baking and has been baking brownies for her family and relatives. She has now expanded to taking orders for home deliveries for functions, parties, even for Toastmasters meetings to fill our events. If you'd like her to play the piano, just reach out to her to hang out, and brownies are definitely included. I'm sure time spent with her always yields delicious food. Let's give our art counter Zafrina, the VP of the club, a big round of applause.
I have been distinctly listening to the entire meeting for 4 minutes, and I have noticed there are these 2 people that have used 0 false minutes. Let's get a round of applause to Sylvie and Elisa. Who I find very hard to find any false minutes in them. There were very few false minutes out of everybody today in the meeting, which is very impressive. Our Toastmasters of the day, he only used 1 N.
Wow.
And also, Vincent and Pedro, they only use one soap. And Ronaldo Wong, our general evaluator for the day, when he was speaking earlier, he only used one soap as well. And also, Rafa used one and one soap. Stefan used one and nothing else. Felix Tree also used one soap. Sebastian and Pengla. Sebastian used 3 and Pengla used 4 soap and 5 Joseph used 1 soap. Jackie, our timer, used 4 Anderson only used 1 I have counted minutes for filler. He had 1 thing, 1, 2, 3 3 and her eyes were too many to count.
Resolution. Bit countable doing
For my personal info of how to stop the false pillars when you're speaking is to say inside your mind that the false pillars whenever it comes, say it inside your heart and don't say it out loud so that you can not stick with false pillars and become a more professional speaker. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks a lot to Zafina for the very detailed report on each and every one of our usage of filler words. It's very pleasantly surprising for me, and it just goes to show how practice makes perfect. For those who use a bit too much filler words today, don't worry, with more practice, just come up here more often next time. You will definitely go better next time, I'm very sure of that. So don't be shy, okay?
Across to you.
Any achievement for me going from N number of kilowords to just 1 today. Thank you all.
I think one thing, I think the set of warm place, so you had a guest couple come, the boyfriend followed the girlfriend, and then the girlfriend followed the boyfriend to speak.
Yes. To show what I mentioned earlier on, even if you're not prepared, just do it. Just even if you take imperfect steps, but the first step is always your first move to success. So just take the first step, and the second, the third step will follow. Before you know it, you will become a great eloquent public speaker. So look forward to seeing you both in more Toastmasters events in the future. Okay. With that, we will now move on to the next segment, which is the language evaluation segment. The purpose for the language evaluation is for us to learn more about the good use of English today, on the various words and expressions that enhance our speeches and made it more captivating. And it is also for us to learn about some areas of improvement in terms of the use of English, as well as everyone's usage of the word of the day today, panic. To enlighten us on our language use, our language evaluator has been listening closely to everyone's speeches from the beginning and will now give us her report. She loves to grow herself and aspires to harness the growth mindset to fulfill her full potential as a saxophone artist. She was the District AT PR Coordinator from year 2023-24, PR Chair for Annual Convention 2023, as well as the Pathways Guide from District AT in the past. She was also the immediate past president at Whampoa Toastmasters. Let's give a warm round of applause to our language evaluator today. Thank you for such a lovely introduction. Here's my report for the language evaluation. I'm very happy to say I gave a very difficult word of the day, Titanic, but all of you really gave Titanic answers. And I'm proud that I can simply say everyone participated in using the word Toastmaster, I mean the word Titanic. But there only can be one champion. So the person who spoke the most number of word Titanic is G, none other than the birthday boy. He spoke 4 times. Although they only had one chance at a table topic, he spoke 4 times. Anyway, well done to everyone. I'll start with the good usage of language. There were a few speakers who spoke very nice words. For instance, I heard Hendren speaking the word reverse arbitrary. Wow, that is real big. I need to check the dictionary. What is reverse arbitrary? Does anybody know?
Reverse arbitrary.
Oh, reverse arbitrary.
Yeah,
So I heard
arbitrary.
I know, arbitrary. I was going to check the dictionary. Anyway, that was a very good use of language contrasting. Then he said ruminating, a very good word. And also heard the evaluator, Joseph, spoke these 2 words, congruency and a congruent speech. Well done, nice words. Then of course, I heard someone also use parallelism. Parallelism. Bruise by bruise, fall by fall. Very nice. Because those 2 phrases are very parallel. And a few speakers use some form of repetition of words, which is very good for language. I heard anaphora, which is emphasizing the word in front. For instance, I think Shiloh, if I'm not mistaken, said training through travels, training through conflicts, and training through something else. I didn't catch that last one. Then I think also I keep saying not just cardio, not just something, and not just another thing. So he repeated the word not just. That's called anaphora. And we have also people who use rule of 3, triad. Someone said safe, comfortable, and empty life. 3 words. And another speaker, I believe, was She was evaluating the speech. She said encouraging, empowering, and motivating. Good use of language. Has the power of 3. And in the speeches, I also heard people using interesting, meaningful words that gave meaning. Probably like a personification or metaphor, chicken mentality, eagle mentality, or eagle spirit. And I remember Vincent using the word safety manual. And his words had a lot of meaning. I like this very vivid and very descriptive. Maximum security cook. You really cook up and yet can be maximum security cook. Very interesting. I also like this phrase. He said the cook is never locked. You know the chicken coop? Yeah. And then I remember he said the cook also never open. So very interesting, descriptive, vivid words. Then I heard our evaluator, Siu Li, use this word, very descriptive also, multifaceted. Nice use of words. Now that I've talked about the good usage of words, of language, I'd like to share with you some of the not so good use of language so that we can all learn together. What a speaker, Jessie was saying, she read a lot of books, but she said read a book. So instead, it should be the past tense, read a book. Okay, so what's your present tense and past tense? I think she also said more happier. So that's a wrong use of word. Probably there's a lot of redundant word. The redundant word is more. So you should not, if you want to say happier, don't use more. Take out the more. You can say more happy. Or you can say happier, leave out the more. So next time you need to check whether some words are extra words that you think, oh, the speech is not so perfect, let me add one more word. Don't need to add so many words. In fact, language does not need to be complicated. You can use short, simple sentences. The longer sentence, the longer your sentence is, the high chance of making a language error, can be grammatical or redundant use. And I heard two speakers, I think Shiloh and who's the other? Shiloh and Joseph, both of them said, today morning. I think a lot of us like to cut short our language when we speak. So instead of saying today morning, we should say this morning. It's just so simple, this morning. Maybe if yesterday, then yesterday morning. Yesterday is correct, but that's why they went to use the same technique and made it today morning. If you think about it, it's broken English, right? This morning. And also what the speaker, Winnie, she was saying, when we feeling this speech, I think what she meant is when we feel about this speech, right? Or you can say, are we feeling? We are feeling. Not when we feeling, okay? So don't add the extra ing. Then I think she also said, everyone are laugh. You should say everyone are laughing. Okay? Stay, right?
Make it happening speech.
Right. Counter some grammatical errors I heard. She said, two people. We should be saying two person.
So this is very interesting. I did not know that today morning is wrong. It is very common in India.
Yeah, it's common English.
Yeah.
So we don't follow the crowd. Because everybody speaks like that, we follow, then we are falling to the hole, right? Don't have heard mistake. You must check. Are they speaking the right language? You follow the herd, you're maybe following the wrong crowd. So if I were you, if you think this is a common thing, why don't you double check? You can Google, you can ask ChatGPT, and they are very smart, they will tell you what is the correct language. Often we are sucked into the culture. Everybody speaks like that, so I must follow. That's why we all in Toastmaster we learn properly. Actually, my language is not so good, but I'm practicing language variation so that remember I said 1%. So I must try even difficult things.
I say that all the time and I know that.
Yeah, so I have it.
Session.
Yes.
But I mean, it's now you ask that if we don't know that we don't know, meaning that I didn't know as well that today's morning is not correct, right? So if we don't know that it's something that the earth said, but it's wrong,
you don't know.
We don't know that it's wrong.
Okay, what should you do? Oh, very simple. You can do reflection and think, am I speaking correctly? So that double check. You won't know what. Firstly, you don't know you don't know.
Yeah.
So you can reflect yourself.
You don't know, but you know now it's achievement.
Yeah.
You can review on your own and think, am I on the right track when I speak like that? They understand, but am I speaking the correct English, the British English or the American English? doesn't matter. As long as you speak the either British English or American English. Yeah.
Yeah, at least we can sense that you're taking responsibility, so congrats on that.
But this is because of our culture.
Yeah.
Where we live, where we work, a lot of people speak like that. So we thought, it's the norm.
Yeah.
But if you speak to a person who's from Britain or America, then they won't understand you because you are not speaking the right way.
Yeah, Singapore, they can.
But most of the language, so I hope everyone has learned something and thank you for using the word Titanic. Thank you, Toastmaster.
Dennis, can I just add one word here?
Sure.
Like of course, Alicia did a great job earlier. I was mentioning. This is a platform where you can make mistakes, right? So that's the most important thing.
Yes.
Right. So I mean, like all these are there to support us so that we know where we're making mistakes and we can slowly make that 1% improvement.
Yeah.
So that's the whole idea for Toastmaster. Thank you.
Yes.
My daughter, she could not say auntie to our helper. She could not say auntie when she was flying. And so she used to call our helper Archie. And my daughter now is 12 years and now she can say auntie, but she still uses the word Archie. Okay. So what I wanted to say is, I think language is very dynamic and fluid. Sometimes the grammar correctness and what works can be completely different. I think in Singapore context, I would be perfectly okay using can if that conveys the idea of data. Just a thought. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you to Shaito, Zafar for sharing. And I do agree with your point as well that as long as we can be mutually understood, that works, and we do not have to be super particular about grammar in casual conversations. But since we're Toastmasters now, we're all trying to refine our use of language, so it will be good to be more mindful here in a more formal setting, which is why Alicia has done such a great job in going so into detail.
Yeah.
The more refined, the more polished and correct way, as well as some of the mistakes and the grammatical errors we need. So I'm sure all of us benefited greatly from it, myself included, and your meticulous really shows. So with that, let us now move on to the general evaluation segment. I was sharing with some of the members that actually this segment has become a lost art in quite a few English clubs I've been to, my own club included. So it's really nice to have this general evaluation segment for today. After observing the whole meeting, our general evaluator will give his comments and feedback on the whole meeting program and flow for today, on the appointment holders, and on what went well and what could have been done better. Our general evaluator joined Tampines West Toastmasters Club in March 2025, last year. He became the club president in July, and he had completed 2 pathways from March to November last year. A very impressive achievement in such a short period of time. He's had more than 2 decades of experience in the hotel industry and 18 years in the higher education sector. He looks forward to completing his PhD in June this year. From his work and life experience, it is clear that he is an advocate of lifelong learning, constantly seeking to challenge himself. Let's give a warm round of applause to Professor.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. First, I'm honored to be the general evaluator. Thank you, President. Now, just to give you an idea, those of you who are not familiar, what is this GE role? The purpose of the GE role is to evaluate everything from the start of the meeting to the end. Yeah, during the meeting, I've taken notes on what happened and didn't happen. And I will also evaluate certain aspects and also share good examples for preparation organization, delivery, enthusiasm, observation, and performance of each duty. So please bear with me, yeah, as I give my report. Now, before the meeting, what did I observe? The excellent attendance. I've been to 20 clubs in my 1 year. I think your attendance in terms of number of people, 18, including myself, is nothing to sniff about. You should congratulate you all. Was the room temperature and the room equipment set up? Yes, very well. Were guests received upon arrival? Yes. I also saw that your club advisor, because I'm sitting next to him, was being briefed. The two guests that were being briefed very, to a certain extent, I think was very clear, concise, and deep by your club advisor. So you're very lucky, you guys here. In terms of the room, it's a good sized room. The mirrors added. I've never been to a club venue where there's so much of mirrors, so it makes the room bigger. Tables and chairs were comfortable. Aircon was at the right temperature. Hospitality table was being set up. How did the meeting open? The presiding officer, the TMD, introduced the team. The meeting started a bit late, 10 minutes late. Was everybody properly introduced? Yes. And appreciation in general by everyone. Did the Toastmaster properly introduce? Was she being introduced? No, she took the role to introduce herself. Maybe the CP or the acting CP can step up to introduce the Toastmaster of the day. Was the Toastmaster introduced? The Toastmaster introduced the year in the theme, which is the year in review, reflect and discover goals. Program was outlined and shared with everyone. Well done. The Toastmaster, did the Toastmaster fill up all the roles prior to the meetings starting? Yes. Everyone knows the roles very well. I've never seen that in any club. So it makes the club president or the acting club president easy task. I didn't really, it's not anything I'm saying, speaking very truthfully. I didn't see her have to do with anything or worry about anything. Did you all do this? Did you all do that? Nothing at all. You should congratulate yourself. You trained them up very well. Did the Toastmaster introduce and explain the meeting theme? Yes. It was good to get everyone to share. I do apologize. I thought that was the table topic. But you got everybody to share about the meaning of this whole theme, which is not very commonly practiced. The Toastmaster of the day in other clubs only introduced the theme and then that's it. I explained the theme, then pull up. You did one step ahead. Very good. I'll share with other clubs as well. Did the Toastmaster properly introduce the topic master? Yes, definitely. Yeah. And he came up and talked about the past and he explained, the reflection, what is it about? He explained this just in case somebody's English not so good. He says it's the past and resolution, he talked about future. He put big words into simple words. So, for understanding. And the word of the day was Titanic, which was, as the language evaluator said, everybody use it. I think it's one of the few times where I heard the word of the day being used by so many people in the class.
Titanic achievement, yeah.
Did the evaluator introduce the language evaluator? Yes, the Toastmaster, TMD. I think the language evaluator, you agree with me, did very well The words chosen, Titanic, was easy and it's relate to the theme. Yeah. Yet the word of the day is sufficiently challenging. Okay. The TMD properly introduced the timer. The TMD properly introduced the R counter. So in general, the TMD did all the roles and duties very well. Evaluator, very professional. Content was specific, knowledgeable, and definitely a lot of take-home learning. Excellent. And for the topic master, purpose and timing of the table topic, yes. Topic selected, appropriate, and fit the meeting, yes. Did you call on people to participate in the table topic? Yes. And it's also good that both the guests participated. Yeah. Tracking of timing a bit off, but I think you'll catch up at the end of the day. Right, and all right. So in short, Janice, being a Toastmaster of the day, that's why I asked you during the break. Is this your first time? Because you show it was a Titanic pass. Edit all. Yeah, the word of the day. Even for every club member, yes, the way they participate in the word of the day, it's nothing short of Titanic. Thank you.
I can see your leg. I feel like
you don't need another copy, right?
After receiving so much high praise. Today I receive so much praise and compliments from everyone and I feel like I can't sleep tonight. I really appreciate everyone each and every one of you who have given me so much compliments and to really validate me and the efforts that I put into preparing for today's session. And yeah, my first time here has been such a heartwarming and such a pleasant and fun experience. It really warms the cockles of my heart. The atmosphere here is so nice. Yeah, I'm smiling till I can't even open my eyes wide. It's so, yeah, I'm so glad that I took on this challenge to be the TMO today, even after not taking on this role for a very long time, for many months already, since being the VP. So once again, thank you so much to Whampoa Toastmasters, to each and every one of you. Yes, Sebastian?
How long have you been preparing this to be the Toastmaster for today? How long? How many hours did you prepare for this?
Right, I mean, I didn't count specifically, but yeah, it took me quite a few hours, like to go through the program flow, to liaise with Sabrina, to get all the details, and yeah, to just familiarize myself with everyone's introductions. So I mean, I didn't like spend sleepless nights preparing for it, but yeah, I just spent some time, a few days before to prepare. So it's the first time I'm getting so much praise for it, and honestly, I'm very flattered. Wow, it's really the first time I'm being showered with like so much compliments. I really don't know how to respond. Trust as just whenever we get praise, we always say, oh no. So yes, it's really, yeah, I've learned a lot from today from all of you, and I hope that everyone, all members and guests as well, have had a very fulfilling and fun-filled Saturday afternoon here in Whampoa Toastmasters. And yeah, for me, I'll definitely be sure to come back to this amazing place. So it's a great way to spend the weekend here, to just de-stress and learn with everyone.
Next one.
But
again.
Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end, and we are now nearing the end of the session. So I hope that all of you, visiting members and guests alike, had a wonderful time at today's chapter meeting like me. And thank you all once again. Thank you so much for your active participation, and to all appointment holders for your support at today's meeting. So as we go into 2026, I do hope from the bottom of my heart that this year will be a fruitful year of growth, development, and improvement for everyone. I hope that this year will be full of success, happiness, and bliss in each and every one of your personal and professional lives. May you attain your goals of becoming better people and more accomplished people as well. Okay, then with that, then let me now invite Zafrina to give the closing speech for today. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's fine.
Today's meeting, it reminds us of growth coming from reflection and also practice. Thank you to all our speakers, our evaluators and role players. And of course, our Toastmasters of the day for making this session a success. To our guests, we truly appreciate your presence and hope to see you again. Let's take what we've learned today and move together stronger in 2026. Thank you.
Right.
Just explain a bit what it is.
It is now the very exciting moment we've all been waiting for, the ribbon presentation ceremony to the best speakers and evaluators for today. Now, all of you have done a great job, and yeah, all of you, just for the courage for coming up here to speak. This in itself is something that really deserves to be applauded, especially to our guests today, Pagna and Sebastian. So yeah, everyone give yourselves a round of applause. Let us now kickstart things with the best prepared speaker. It is he or she is Now for the next ribbon, it goes to the best table topic speaker, or should I say speakers? Because we have speaker time. So many speakers today, and really want the best speaker. So great job to all of you. The first is yes. Oh yeah, it was first. Then we can take one full point. Now the next best speaker is Papa. And our third best speaker is Sati, but unfortunately he has left already.
The birthday boy.
Yeah, the birthday boy. And so the yeah, both of you can take a look. Oh. Okay. Now, last but not least, our best evaluator for today.
You go get out, you just go. You go over here, you go catch it. Double win.
Thank you.
Show your parents on. Your dad.
Now, congratulations for also our best speakers and best evaluators today. And we also like to give two special ribbons to our two guests for taking part in the table topics today as a token of appreciation for the Thank you very much. Yes, do you all have anything to share about your experience or what you feel, what you've learned? Yeah, would you all like to share your thoughts?
Sebastian.
I go first. Yeah, so this is our second step to becoming a great public speaker.
The moment I opened the door, I was still developed because I don't know anybody here. And Doctor was so nice to welcome us. And then after I have like sat down, I feel it's not that scary actually. Was smiling and then make me feel okay. That's the right choice and it just relax. So, thank you. That's a question. I'm talking about the language because I always feel that my speech is very dry. I don't like chit chat with people. So if I need to call someone, I just go straight to the topic and I have the call. So very finish. So it's the same way that I'm talking and also giving my speech. So I just feel I feel if I make it like 5 minutes, maybe I can finish just with 1 minute. Just want to let people know what I want to say, and that's it. So I just feel it's not really interesting every time. So I want to have some advice on that. See how
So it is a journey, that's what we all are learning. And I mean, you might feel that way. But of course, like as you might notice, every project has an objective. So how you prepare yourself for it. I mean, like I'm standing right beside Jessie. I mean, like when she started her journey, you know, I mean, like she has very limited thoughts and words, but I mean, like I think she did a fantastic job. This is what you will see from each individual, like myself, my experience, and also an example. Yeah. Right? But this is what you will feel. Right? When you come up here, no, I mean, like they'll come to a time that Penna will be saying like, hey, there's so much to say, and I don't know when to stop. That's when the timer will press the bell. It's a progression.
Yeah, because when you join the Toastmasters, generally you have like different pathways you can choose, and each pathways they have assignments. So for example, like as you've seen our format, before a speaker goes up, there's an evaluator. They'll tell you what the chart and what are the objectives of the speech. So 5 to 7 minutes. And for that, so that's like a chart. So every pathway, as you move along, there's different objectives, but you have to speak 5 to 7 minutes. So from there, you learn how to write your speech, your thoughts, and also how to deliver it. And it's also a safe space that, as you've seen, that the evaluators will give you, I think your strength is this, and then from that. At the same time, you could see also there's many variations of speeches people speak. So you can also think, oh, I could also do this, I could do that. So that's how you kind of grow along. So it's like what Zafar said, it's a safe space to make mistakes, and people will, gladly share the points that could be improved. So it doesn't feel like you feel attacked. Yeah. So then, like what Alicia said, it can be Titanic. And if you become 1% better every day,
For me, I'm very happy. I mean, the objective is achieved. The target was for you to realize that speaking in front of anyone is not that, it's not hard. It's you once you make the step, and that's now you did it, so that's why I'm happy about it.
Yes, I would like to share. To answer her question, I'm a rejoining member. I have completed 10 projects, 10 speeches in front of them, I think 7 years ago. Yeah. And I come back to do the speeches. Now today is the third speech. And even in this morning and this afternoon, 2 p.m., I still struggle. And so I want to tell the VP, cancer, but and the fear I have, don't know what to talk. I feel that soon is looking at me. How am I going to present? But that because I'm the Mandarin Club VPE, I understand how tough is the key work. So I kept myself here, and VP asked me, "Are you on the way?" Then I hear some members of, wow, the presentation is improved compared to last month. I don't feel that I'm improving, but in my heart, actually after today, I'm thinking I still need to get myself here. After a year looking back, maybe there is a progression. Yeah. I'm motivated by Winnie because she continued throughout the years. Yeah. So I welcome you. We welcome you to join now.
Give a good incentive.
You're going through, like Rama said, has a very limited language, especially English. And today I'm able to speak a little more. And it's true progress. And we can people need to come here this people.
Hey, thank you very much. I need to make a move, but I think the warmth of the group is good.
And yeah, thank you so much to all of you once again for your sharing. And yeah, it's so heartwarming and so cozy. I haven't felt such a warm ambiance in a Toastmasters meeting in quite some time. Even my own club, like the atmosphere is great, sure, but I think this club really takes it to a whole new level. Family, a big family kind of coziness. Yeah. I stepped down from my VP role. But yeah, sorry. Yes, sir. Once again, thank you so much to each and every one of you. And yeah, I will invite Acting President Zafrina now to close the meeting. Yes, over to you.
So, first, for everyone for coming. And we had great speakers and mediators and great role players as well. And I hope, and I'm glad that everybody is connecting and happy, and we shall see in the upcoming meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Quite fun.